Hari Om, good evening, welcome. To prepare, we'll sit still for a few moments in any comfortable position. This at home can also be on a chair, but if cross-legged on the floor is comfortable, then let's become upright. Feel the spine, neck and head come into an alignment. Feel the shoulders, back, chest forward and up, and the arms loose, elbows loose, hands resting on the knees in a mudra, where the tips of the index fingers are curled to the roots of the thumbs, palms are either down or up, and with the eyes closed, become aware of the whole body, letting go of any other thoughts, any memories, any impressions, experiences of the day. Let them settle into the back of the mind and focus fully on the body and all the experiences within the body. Also, if you discover any areas that may be strengthened, straightened, more balanced, more upright, and also more relaxed, make any of these adjustments until you feel that the posture is becoming both very balanced and also comfortable. The stillness increasing moment by moment. Be aware of all the sensations in the skin. If you find any tight areas, such as between the eyebrows, temples, or elsewhere, be aware of these areas and let them relax, let them loosen. Around the neck, shoulders, shoulder blades. Let the whole body soften, and at the same time intensify the awareness of the whole body. Sense the shape of the body, and with the eyes closed, visualize the form as if you were looking into a mirror placed just in front of you. From the toes to the top of the head, be aware of the whole body, the base in contact with the floor, the hands in contact with the knees, the contact between the skin and the clothing. Now shifting the focus to the space in front of the closed eyes. Visualizing here a tiny flame. Think of a candle flame burning in a dark room and bring that image in between the eyebrows. Then, holding the inner gaze here, we will chant the mantra Om 3 times. All together. Take a deep breath in. Be aware of the vibrations of the mantras for a few moments. Then slowly externalize the awareness. Move the hands, bring them together, and rub the palms until you feel heat building up. Then place the palms over the closed eyes. Feel the heat spreading into the eyes underneath the eyelids. Then removing the hands, opening the eyes. Hari Om. We will focus in this class mainly and predominantly on the physical body, on the various movements in the different parts, starting with the ankles. So these are all, for those of you in this particular class, familiar movements, but let us just revise the very basics. Sitting in a comfortable position, the base pose with the back upright, using the arms to support. Then looking at the feet, bring the toes towards you, and then the soles of the feet towards the floor. And like this, observing the feet, let the awareness go there, exploring the maximum range without any excessive force, and then gradually closing the eyes and keeping the awareness there in that area. Feel all the movements inside the ankles, and also observe the movement of breath at the nose tip. Be aware of each and every movement in and around the ankles, and use also the movement of breath at the nose tip as a point to keep the awareness at whenever the mind starts wandering. Now, with the eyes still closed, relax the feet, stopping the movement, and for a few moments be aware of what's happening inside the ankles after this movement. Be aware of any tingling movements in the skin, pulsation or warmth, or a feeling of lightness, whatever it may be. Now we will move on to the knees. Sorry, we'll stay with the ankles one more time. So we will loosen the ankles now passively using the hand. So bringing the ankle over the knee, get firm hold of the foot using the right hand, and then using the left hand, make large circles with the foot, keeping the back nice and upright. First, taking a good look, checking that the whole body is upright and steady, and just the foot is moving. Then closing the eyes, feel into the movement inside the ankle as you now change the direction of the movement, pulling the toes in all directions. Even if the breath awareness is added, the main focus is on what is happening in and around the ankle. All the little tendons, muscles, joint is moving. We'll now change the feet, slowly bringing the right foot down and straightening it. Left foot over the right knee, over the right thigh. Keeping the back as upright as can be without any undue strain. And then using the right hand. Forward movement with the toes. Finding maximum movement in all directions. Keeping the ankle firmly in place with the left hand. And gradually, if the eyes are open, slowly closing them. Experiencing the fullness of the movement, making any adjustments if need be. The breath continues freely. The awareness is at the nostrils, changing the direction if you haven't done so already. Every now and again check that the back is not slouching forward. Now slowly straightening the left leg, supporting the back in the base pose, relaxing both feet, relaxing both legs. Be aware of the ankles. Be aware of the effects of the practice and also the movement of breath in the nostrils. It's okay if the mind wanders to anything else, but bringing it back to these two experiences, the sensations and the movement of the breath, is part of the practice. We'll now move on to the knees, lifting both legs off the floor, finding balance on the buttocks. Hold on to the thighs, and then taking a deep breath in, straighten both legs, clenching the knees, exhale, and relax both legs, letting them hang. Inhale, straighten, exhale, relax. You can go at your own pace. If you need more time between the rounds, that's okay. You can even take some extra breath. And then closing the eyes if possible, maintaining the balance. Feel the movements inside the knees, clenching them as you inhale and straighten, and then complete relaxation when the knees are to the chest. Continuing 2 more rounds at your own pace, in your own time. And then resting in the seated base pose with the legs outstretched and loose. Eyes gently closed. Feel the movement in the chest, the movement of the heart, gradually slowing down. Feel the movement of breath, the coolness and the warmth inside the nostrils. And along with these two experiences, be aware of what's happening in the legs, the knees, the ankles, and elsewhere. Now to the hips. First bending the right leg, bringing the right knee down onto the floor. If need be, you can keep the foot as it is, but if possible, bring it up on the opposite thigh, pulling against the lower leg, straightening the lower back. Inhale and bring the knee up to the chest. Exhale, lower it down to the floor. Taking care to keep the right leg loose, using the muscles of the right arm to do the work, and keeping the whole body still, except for the movement of the right leg. Closing the eyes, feel the movement inside the right hip. The stretching up, the stretching down. Breathing more deeply here. Breathing in as the knee goes up and out as the knee goes down. Changing legs now. First slowly bringing the knee onto the floor and straightening the leg. And repeating in the same way on the other side. Lower back upright. Left leg relaxed. Left arm doing all the work. Right hand holding the ankle in place. Feel free to keep the eyes open until the posture becomes quite familiar and the movement. Then, for better internal focus, closing the eyes, feeling to the movements inside the hip joint and how far they extend all the way into the knee and the lower back, stretching both ways with the inhaling and outgoing breath. Now, after the round you're doing, slowly straightening the left leg. You can shake the knees if they feel a bit tense. And then bring both soles of the feet together, pulling on the toes to straighten the lower back. And then gently starting to move the knees up and down in full butterfly. Again, closing the eyes whenever you like. Feel into the movement in the inner thighs, in the hips. Feel that this movement is becoming more effortless as the practice continues. The knees coming closer and closer towards the floor without making any extra effort to do so. Now, bringing the knees together, straighten the legs, and then lie down on your back for just a few seconds in Shavasana to allow the whole front of the body to stretch, any tightness developed during the practices to release. Observing the breath in the nostrils at the same time to make sure that the awareness stays with the practice in between asanas also. We'll now continue into the rocking and rolling side to side, where simply we hug the knees to the chest, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, roll over to the left. Inhale to the center, roll over to the right as you exhale again. And like this, slowly massaging the back. Try to relax the back as much as possible. Using the elbows a little, the arms and the breath. You can stay on each side for a moment or two before returning. Feel the whole back gently massaged side to side, from the center, from the spine, all the way to the ribs. And next time you return to the center, you can gently straighten the legs and again rest on your back with the palms up for just a few seconds. Before moving on to the leg rotations, for which the palms come down by the sides, the arms are tight by the sides of the body, tuck them under, and with the knees bent, tighten the abdominal muscles, and then straighten the legs, but keeping the abdominal muscles tight so that the lower back stays on the floor. And from this starting position, starting to rotate the right leg, making large circles, and taking deep breaths If this is quite difficult, remember you can always bend the left knee to make the practice much easier. But the main area of focus is maximum movement with the right leg and therefore in the right side of the abdomen. Taking deep breaths at all times, don't hold the breath. And turning the foot or making any other adjustments as need be to ensure that the hip is happy with this movement. Reversing the direction after the round you're doing now. Feel the whole right side of the abdomen move from the rib cage to the hip. And check that the connection between the lower back and the floor stays intact, so that the lower back muscles stay relaxed and protected against strain. Now resting the right leg and the whole body. You can turn the palms upwards also for a few moments. Be aware of the whole right side of the body, the right side of the abdomen, the right hip, and relax these completely. Then, whenever ready, again, palms down, thumbs under the buttocks, lower back on the floor, anti-clockwise with the left leg. Be aware of the movement in the hip and the abdomen and see how large the circles can become in the air that the foot is making. Deep breaths, remember to breathe. And every now and again check that the face hasn't scrunched up into a frown, that the arms aren't tight, or the chest or the shoulders. All of the effort should be focused into the abdomen. Feel the movement inside the left abdomen, changing the direction now, unless you have done so already. Remember, you can take a break whenever necessary, but also that you always strengthen the abdomen doing these practices more and more every time you do them. Resting after the next round, separating the feet a comfortable distance apart and the hands away from the body, palms up. Let the whole body open up. You can move the legs side to side to relax the hips completely. Be aware of the whole body, the effects of the practices, and the whole body becoming more restful by the moment. The breath and the heartbeat being the guide of this experience. Now, when you're ready, bring the right knee close to the chest and hug it tight. Then take a deep breath in, exhale, and lift the head, holding the breath out for a moment or two. Bring the knee, the forehead as close to the knee as you can. Then inhale and relax in the starting position. Then again, lifting the forehead up towards the knee as you exhale. Try to use the abdominal muscles more than any other for the movement. tucking the chin right to the chest, and of course inhale and relax whenever necessary. No straining. Coming up, chin to chest, abdomen squeezed. And then deep breath in as you come back down. One more round on this side in your own time. Keeping the breath out. Feel the whole body become quite steady, even if it's just for a few seconds. Then straighten the right leg and repeat on the left side. Bringing the left knee close to the chest. Interlocking the fingers underneath the kneecap. Set up the position. Take a deep breath in to start with, and then empty the lungs as you bring the chest to the chin to the chest and forehead up towards the knee. Always relaxing all the effort each time you're in the starting position, and keeping the body quite still, with the abdomen clenched when the forehead is to the knee. When you've completed 5 rounds on this side, then again straighten the leg, bring the palms up, observe all the areas that were just exercised, let them loosen, let them go, and prepare mentally for a supine spinal rotation, in which the fingers were interlocked behind the head, knees and ankles are together. Again, spine is aligned with the floor. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the knees to the left and head to the right at the same time. Inhale back to center, realign the spine with the floor, and exhale, head to the right, knees to the left, or the other way, whichever you started. Like this, move with deep breaths. Feel the spine fully coming into contact with the floor each time you're in the central position. And when you have found just the right position of the feet for the movement of the spine, you can experiment like this for some time. Then you can start staying in the final position for a few moments with the breath held out. Giving the whole back, giving the whole spine a good twist. Next time your knees come up into the starting position, straightening the legs and resting in Shavasana, in the corpse pose. Letting the whole body surrender to the floor, letting go of all the effort, being aware of the combined effects of the practices so far on the whole body, from the ankles to where we are now. As and when you feel ready, please come up into any comfortable seated position. again, in the home practice, this can be on a chair. These practices can be done very much during the daily routine. First is the bending of the fingers. So bringing both arms in front, bring the thumb in and clench the fingers around it and squeeze. Then out. Try to bend the fingers a little bit backwards and again squeeze. First looking at your own hands like this, maximizing the movement, spreading the fingers as wide apart and as back as can be without any unnecessary force. And then closing the eyes, feel this movement. There are many little joints involved in this movement. Be aware of them all. The wrists are steady, as if the forearms were resting on a little wall in front of you. Remember to breathe, but focus on the movement inside the digits of the fingers. Next time you complete the round, let the hands and the arms rest. Place the hands on the knees and keeping the eyes closed, be aware of the sensations inside the hands. Observing the breath in the nostrils at the same time. The same starting position will be for the next practice also, where we will move the wrists. This time the elbows are quite straight and locked, and the palms are facing the wall. Fingers are all straight, aligned with each other. Inhale here, and then exhale as the palms move towards the body. Inhale back to the wall, and like this. Continue at your own pace, developing your own pace, maximizing the movement in the wrists. Also checking that the forearms are not moving up or down. And then gradually closing the eyes. Begin to experience this movement in more detail. Feel into either both the wrists together, or first the right and the left. Continue to breathe. The mental focus continues to be inside the wrists, but also remember to breathe. Now slowly lowering the hands and the arms again. Let the elbows be soft also, finding a position on the knees or wherever the hands are so that the arms can be loose. And then with the eyes closed, observing the parts that were just moved, that were just exercised, letting them relax completely. Feel the sensations in the wrists, connecting with this part of the body mentally. We will now move to both the elbows and the shoulders combined. First, bringing the tips of the fingers on the shoulders and straightening the back. Make sure the back is upright, using more padding if need be. And then take a deep breath in and raise the arms. Bring the palms together, lock the thumbs together and stretch in the shoulders. Lock the elbows, then take a deep breath out, exhale, and elbows go down. Pull gently the shoulders down with the fingertips. Again, deep breath in, straightening the shoulders, straightening the elbows. Deep breath out. Try to push all the air out from the belly as you exhale. Deep breath in, and again, as you inhale, the rib cage is expanded. And exhale deeply. Now slowly, if the eyes are open, gradually closing them, feel the whole trunk filled with air as the lungs expand, and also the shoulders come up, and then exhaling, shoulders come down, chest flattens, belly flattens. Be aware of this big movement in the body. And while the effort shouldn't be excessive, feel that you are stretching gently, slowly, more and more. There's more breath coming in also, bringing ever more fresh oxygen, energizing the body. And one more round after the one you're doing now. Then once again, resting the hands and the arms, closing the eyes. Feel the sensations in the shoulders and elsewhere where the effects of the practices can be felt. Allowing the breath and the heartbeat to slow down gradually. And then again moving on to shoulders, but this time shoulder rotation with one arm at a time. So the right hand on the shoulder, the fingertips on the shoulder. First we'll go forward and try not to move the rest of the body too much. Deep breath in, elbow goes up and back. Deep breath out, forward and down. In and out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Keep the whole body steady. Keep the eyes open until you feel that the whole body can be steady. Then close and feel the movement in the whole shoulder socket. Maximum circles, but without strain. Changing the direction now with the same arm. You can keep the eyes closed if they are closed. Deep breath in as the elbow moves up. Deep breath out when the elbow goes down. Feel that the spine, the left arm, and the rest of the body remain still. The whole movement is happening in the right shoulder only. After the next round, we'll switch hands. Right hand on the right knee, left fingertips on the left shoulder. Deep breath in, back and up. Deep breath out, forward and down. Keeping the eyes open for as long as necessary until this breath, coordination, and maximum movement are achieved. Then, by closing the eyes, connecting with the movement more deeply. Be aware of how far it extends. The shoulder is such a big joint, and its movement affects a lot of the body. Remembering to breathe. The breath flows at all times without being held, either in or out. Now into the other direction. And after the next round, relaxing all the effort, stopping the movement. Let both hands rest on the knees for some time. And the breath awareness switches back to the nostrils. Be aware of the coolness as the air comes in and the warmth when the air comes out. And while maintaining the awareness of this flow in the nostrils, feel what's happening inside the shoulders, letting them relax, as well as any other muscles that are held unnecessarily right now, whether in the head, the legs, the back, or the front of the body. We will now rest in a posture known as Makarasana, the crocodile pose. And we'll adjust the elbows particularly until you feel that you can completely relax the forearms, the shoulders, without the head dropping. Let the jaw rest in the palms, let the toes come together. Wiggle the body as much as needed until you feel you can relax completely. Moving the elbows forward or back so that you feel the bend in the spine equally from the base to the top of the neck. Then, when you have found the perfect position, close the eyes. Feel that you can let go of any and all effort and the whole weight of the body, like this. Feel the contact between the front and the floor, the movement inside the abdomen. And if there is anything tight in the hips, in the buttocks, the thighs, let go, let the heels flop to the sides. The same goes for any other part of the body, including shoulders and arms. Holding the head in just the right way so you can relax the whole body completely. The whole face, head, shoulders, shoulder blades, the whole back, the whole legs, the whole front. Be aware of the movement of breath inside the abdomen and the pressure of the abdomen against the floor, increasing and decreasing. Feel the gentle backward bend in the spine and feel free to make any further adjustments if you feel that it should be distributed more evenly. Now, before we make any movements from here, mentally prepare for a short practice of Yoga Nidra. So for this, we will need a covering if the room is cold, and also to change position into Shavasana, the corpse pose, lying on the back, slowly making adjustments. And to equalize for the backward bend, you can spend some time in the child's pose with the buttocks on the heels, forehead on the floor, or a stack of fists. And then, when you feel ready, stand up. To prepare for the Yoga Nidra, and also just in general to get some more oxygen into the system, we will do some deep breathing practices. So we'll do them in standing, the feet should be aligned with each other, parallel. And for the first one, the hands are flat on the thighs. Palms are flat on the thighs. Rolling the shoulders back. Take a deep breath out. Squeeze the abdomen. Feel that all the air is pushed out. And then relax the abdomen, let the air come in. And keep on inhaling, 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 and raise the arms up above the head at the same time. Feel that the lungs are full to capacity. And then again, exhale as the arms come back down. At the end, feel the abdomen come in, squeezing the air out. And then again, starting each breath with relaxation in the abdomen, continuing to breathe, filling the abdomen and the chest and the shoulders up. And then again, the arms come down and the breath goes out. Continuing like this. You can close the eyes gradually if they're open. And imagine that the whole trunk is like a big bag of air that is being filled to capacity and then emptied fully. The bottom of that bag is below the navel and the top is at the shoulders, the collarbones. Feel how the stretching of the arms is helping the air to come in and then also to push it out. Next time the hands are to the thighs, stop the movement and keep the eyes closed, observing the sensations in the chest and elsewhere. We will now continue with sideways movement, very similar, but the arms will go sideways. Deep breath in, abdomen gets filled, hands flip at shoulder level and continue so that the palms join up above and then exhale back down. Deep breath in and deep breath out. I'll just show on the lower camera. Inhale up. Stretching in the shoulders also, joining the palms. Exhale, hands flip at shoulder level and continue down. One more round after the one you're doing now. And then again, resting with the arms by the sides, shoulders back, knees soft, and eyes closed. Observing the heartbeat, observing the breath, moving now naturally without any conscious control. And the changes that the body has been going through. The next and last breathing practice is also a balancing practice. So for this, it's useful to find a good point that's not moving in front of you at eye level. And then rising up on the balls of the feet as we inhale, abdomen, chest, bringing the arms together, elbows together, palms together at the back like this. Exhale, the body comes back down. You can even hunch a little, squeeze all the air out from the belly. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Keep the gaze steady to maintain good balance. Synchronizing the movement and the breath completely. Two more rounds in your own time. after the one you're doing just now. Then, when you have completed, please come down into Shavasana. Before we begin the short practice of relaxation, we will start with some more deep breathing, so you can keep your covers off for that if you like, or already you can use them if you feel you might get cold. So, when you are in Shavasana, first of all, make sure to stretch the body in all directions. Make sure you are comfortable and symmetrical, and that the whole body can remain still. And feel free to change the position in the beginning at any point. Then, with the eyes closed, focus on the movement of the breath inside the abdomen. Feel the belly move up and down, and also to the various directions, expanding like a balloon in all directions, and then coming back. Starting to now expand this movement consciously. With the next breath in, instead of letting the breath go back out, inhale some more and more and more. Let the lungs fill until you feel that you can't feel them anymore. And then slowly exhale. When you inhale to full capacity, of course don't strain. Find a comfortable maximum, how much air you can take in without feeling any strain. Expanding the abdomen, the chest. And then again, take a deep breath out. Feel the breath exiting the lungs in reverse. When it comes in, the abdomen grows first, and then the chest. When it goes out, the chest flattens, and then the belly. And even if this movement is not happening right now, it's okay. Just simply breathing deeply from empty to full, from full to empty, slowly and gradually. Even flow from beginning to end. When you've completed the round of full deep breath that you are doing now, let go of the practice. Let the breath continue freely. And prepare for the practice of Yoga Nidra. In this practice, the body should be comfortable. Any parts of the clothing, or jewelry, and so on that are tight should be removed or loosened. If the room is cold, covering should be used so you can stay warm. And if the padding is hard under the head, then it's okay to use a little blanket, but ideally not a cushion, so that the body can remain straight. Separate the arms from the body evenly, about 15 centimeters away. The wrists from the sides. Let the feet flop to the sides. Sense the space between the ankles, calves, knees, and thighs. Feel that the legs are spread out evenly on either side. Sense the space between the arms and the sides of the body. Feel that they are evenly spread out. Become aware of the contact between the back of the head and the floor. Feel the area of this contact, the whole area. Feel the pressure of the head against the floor, and let go completely of any tightness in the neck. Feel the weight of the body, of the head against the floor. Be aware of the contact between the shoulder blades and the floor. The space in between the shoulder blades. Feel that moment by moment the shoulder blades are separating invisibly more and more from this point, being more relaxed than before. Be aware of the contact between the backs of the arms and the floor. Like the arms of a rag doll, feel the arms become quite limp. The weight of the arms surrendered completely. The shoulders quite soft. Be aware of the buttocks in contact with the floor. And the backs of the thighs. In these big muscles, there is sometimes parts that maintain some tightness. Explore and let go. Be aware of the contact between the calves and the floor. Let go of any tightness in the calves. The heels. Feel the pressure against the floor. And then move your attention to the soles of the feet. Feel the sensations in the soles. Become sensitive to the sensations in the soles of the feet. Bring your mind into this part of the body. The heels, the arches, the balls of the feet, the toes, the spaces in between the toes. Feel all these parts, all the sensations here in the skin. Now become aware of the palms of the hands. Feel the sensations in the base of the palms, the base of the fingers, the surface of the fingers, the spaces in between them, the tips, the whole palm from the wrist to the tips of the fingers. Feel all the sensations intensely. Now become aware of the face. Between the ears, from chin to the top of the forehead, the whole face. Feel the skin covering the face and all the sensations in it. Feel the fine line of contact between the eyelids. If there is any tension in the eyelids, let them be very gently closed, only just closed. Become aware of the fine line of contact between the lips and feel that the jaw is loose. The corners of the mouth are also relaxed. The tip of the tongue, feel the contact between it and the upper palate or the teeth, wherever it may be. Become aware of all the sensations in the skin, covering the face and head. Shoulders, the inside of the arms, palms of the hands, chest, abdomen, groin, tops of the thighs, kneecaps, shins, tops of the feet, tops of the toes, the whole front of the body. Be aware of and visualize the whole front of the body as if there was a full-length mirror suspended above the body. And you can see yourself in that mental mirror. See the expression in your face, the clothing or covering that is on the body, the very steady and symmetrical position. Make sure you are not sleeping. Make sure you are not moving the body, even if the desire comes to move. The body remains still. The awareness remains active. Letting go of this vision, but maintaining the inner vision, maintaining the idea of the whole body. Preparing now to move the awareness through the different parts as they are mentioned. As each part is mentioned, feel into that part individually, to the exclusion of all others. All the sensations in that part, relaxation of muscles in that part, and then move on to the next. Starting with the right hand thumb, become aware of the right hand thumb. Complete relaxation in the right hand thumb. And then moving on. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, the 5 fingers together. Palm, back of the right hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the rib cage, right waist, right hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, 5 toes together, the whole right side, the whole right side. And now the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, the 5 fingers together. Palm, back of the left hand, left wrist, forearm, left elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, armpit, left side of the rib cage, left waist, left hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, the 5 toes together, the whole left side, the whole left side. Now to the back. Become aware and feel into the right buttock, left buttock, right low back, left low back, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the whole spine from base to top, the whole spine, back of the neck, back of the head, the whole back together, top of the head, right side of the head, left side of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, right eyelid, left eyelid, the eyebrow center, right eye, left eye, bridge of the nose, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, right nostril, left nostril, tip of the nose, chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, navel, the whole front, the whole front, the whole front. Become aware now of the whole right leg. Feel the whole right leg from the hip to the toes. Remain awake and alert. Be aware of the whole right leg. And now the whole left leg. The whole left leg. Now both legs together. The surface of the skin and also inside. Feel and experience both legs together. Now the whole right arm. The whole right arm from shoulder to fingertips. The whole left arm. The whole left arm. Both arms together. Be aware completely of both arms and now also of both legs. Both arms and legs together. All limbs together. Now the trunk. Be aware of the right side, the chest, abdomen, hip, shoulder blade, and also the left side, chest, abdomen, hip, and pelvic area. Be aware of both sides of the trunk together. The whole trunk. And also the whole head. The whole head, back and front. Be aware of the whole body together. Feel and experience the whole body, from the soles of the feet to the palms of the hands, to the top of the head, and everything in between. The whole body together. The contact between the skin and the clothing, as well as the space inside the body. experience the whole body, the whole body. Within the stillness that is now present in the body, there is the movement of the breath. With this movement, the navel rises up and moves back down. Become aware of this movement without making any changes to it. Feel the navel moving up and down, while the movement is left to continue without making any changes. The mind is coming closer and closer. Starting to observe every movement closer and closer. Begin to count every inhalation and every exhalation, starting from the number 27 and counting backwards down to 1. As you inhale, count 27 mentally, exhale 27, inhale 26, exhale 26, and like this continue with the mental counting of each and every breath observed in the abdomen. If at any point the count is lost, the awareness wanders, then simply remember what the stage of the practice is, the counting of the breath, and start again from 27. This is practice both of relaxation and mental focusing. The awareness is brought back into the abdomen whenever you may find it anywhere else, very patiently, very gently, but persistently. The breath is counted mentally backwards from 27 to 1, starting again rather than trying to find the count anytime it's lost. Now, preparing to end the practice, leaving the breath regardless of the count that you have reached. Take your awareness to the space in front of the closed eyes. Let the breath continue. Let the body remain still for just a few more moments. Observe the darkness in front of the closed eyes, including anything that may be happening in this darkness, whether it's lights, colors, or images, or simply the space itself. Observing that without trying to see anything, in the same way as gazing into a clear blue sky. Now reconnecting with the physical body. Feel its contact with the floor, and also the contact between the skin and the clothing. Feel the movement of breath in the front and also in the nostrils, in the throat. Be aware of the space surrounding the body, visualizing it with the eyes closed. Try to remember the position of the body and everything that surrounds it with as much detail as you can recall. And as the mind externalizes more and more, begin to listen to the sounds coming from the outside. And then slowly introducing movement into the body, starting with the toes. Begin to move the toes, then the feet, fingers and hands. Making more and more movement, rolling the arms and legs as need be, the head from side to side. Take your time, there's no rush. Taking a deep breath in, stretch whenever you feel ready. And then slowly and gradually come up into a comfortable seated posture with the eyes closed until you are fully upright. We will end the practice and the session by chanting Om 3 times. So placing the hands on top of the knees, straightening the back, visualizing a tiny flame burning between the eyebrows. Take a deep breath in. Feel the vibrations of Om, the silence after the sound. Then gradually bring the palms together. For palming, rub the palms together till they're hot and heat the eyes once or several times until you feel that they're relaxed after being closed. Then remove the palms and gradually open your eyes. Hari Om. Thank you for joining.